Basic Onshape tutorial, but we're going to do this a little different. Instead of going over all the different features, all the different tools, and how to move around and navigate with Onshape, you'll learn this by going through each video. Especially early on in the video, I'm going to point out what I'm doing. So as I use the mouse, I'll tell you that I'm left clicking or using the wheel of the mouse to move something around, or right clicking to scroll around. And I'll also try to highlight each time what tools I'm using. Use the features, how to turn those on and back. The tools we're going to use over and over and over throughout this tutorial is Sketch, Extrude, that'll be later in the videos, Revolve, again later in the videos, Sweep, we're going to use quite a bit. We're going to use Shell quite a bit. We're eventually going to use Transform to move things around. We're going to use Mirror to duplicate parts. And when we get into the Sketch tool, we're going to use the Dimension tool. So I'm just going to, if I were to create a part right up here, that's going to be the Dimension tool. Use the Line tool. We'll use the Rectangle. We're going to use the Circle almost just as much as the Line tool. And we're going to use the Dimension tool quite a bit. And we'll also use the Sketch Fillet tool to determine the radius of a bend. Those are going to be the main tools we use as we move through this tutorial. This is our parts menu, and we can turn the parts on and off. And as you can see, I've already created all of these parts and assembled it. And over here we can go back and find the individual sketches and the tools we use to change dimensions. Down here at the bottom, this is assembly view. This is what we'll be creating. So this is going to be my disclaimer. These are going to be printed in PLA. And even with the best settings, PLA is not going to be very strong. I don't want somebody to think they can print these off, build a paramotor, and go out and fly it. So my disclaimer is, just because you see me fly this doesn't mean it's safe material to use to create an aircraft. If I do it, it's because I'm accepting the risk. 3D printed material is not suitable for a frame that your life may depend on, or could cause damage to you. The purpose behind these videos is to use Onshape, an online CAD software, and to actually have meaning behind the lessons. That each lesson teaches you how to not only navigate within the software, but to build a project where each lesson builds on top of the previous lesson, and that you're building something functional that you could actually construct real world and test out the design. Carbon fiber or fiberglass, and strengthen these parts so that they are functional, but that has yet to be tested.